Okay, moving on to the pound Swiss franc now. This one is obviously, as I keep saying, basically, well, most of the time it's kind of broken away for that correlation slightly, but it's usually sort of the correlation of the euro pound. So at the moment it's kind of been the same, that I don't really want to get involved here. We had the nice break of the upper back resistance, and then we had the trend line sort of running here, which we bounced from and started heading higher, and then we had the whole election carry on, so things just got a wee bit messy. We are heading higher at the moment, but we're on the 8th bar of a sell setup, so we'll complete the sell setup on Monday. And I mean, if we look at this weekly chart as well, we most likely will close above this 1.63734 level. Although we did have a big spike through there during the election time, and the sort of highs that we made before didn't quite test that level, so I'm not really so sure this is just a great level to trade from, so I don't think I would really be looking at that level. On the monthly basis, we've obviously bounced from this monthly level, but again we spiked through it by quite a lot, obviously with the election going on and all that. But I mean, we're still bearish on the monthly, let's not forget, and also bearish on the weekly until we break that 1.7102 level. So I mean, looking at that, although this is bullish on the daily, we have sort of come down low enough for a stop loss if we were looking to take the full sort of daily trade. So this trade, it's a bit kind of undecided here. I mean, one thing that we could look at is possibly that we've got a buy set up on the euro pound, although I don't expect it to go very high. Obviously that could kind of bring about a bounce on that pair, and while we remain sort of bearish on this pair on the weekly and the monthly, and then we get a sell set up on the daily, which is going to come up close to the TDST resistance level. I think going into this week, it would actually be quite a good idea to keep an eye on this level, because it's actually a double sort of level now, the 1.6913 and the TDST resistance 1.6918. So going into Monday's trading, if we can spike a wee bit higher here and get up to that TDST resistance level, then that should provide quite a good selling opportunity. But again, I would be fairly cautious about this one. Let me see how we are on these other time frames. See, there's not really just too much happening on any of the kind of higher time frames. So what I would probably do here would be more to just sort of mark that level's marked out there, which is this 917, which is the TDST resistance. Let's see, 918. Let me just double check. The high there, yeah, 918. So we've got that one marked out. Then we've got the 1.6913 as well, which I would also add into the mix. 913. So we've got a double level there. So I mean, what I would do here is just keep an eye on the sort of 5-minute, 15-minute chart, because yeah, with this sell setup pending on the daily chart, if we can just touch the TDST resistance and have a failure from there, then there's definitely room for this market to go lower, based on obviously still being bearish on the weekly and on the monthly. So yeah, it's kind of all I can see on this pair. Nothing majorly clear, but I guess it's sort of there is a wee bit of an opportunity there, I would say, with it looks like pretty strong level, that 1.6913 to 18, and if we produce a sell setup on the daily, then I'd expect to see a bit of a pullback there before we could maybe decide whether the bulls actually want to take this market and remove the 1.7102 level later in the coming weeks. I mean, that would be the sort of second step for the bulls here to be turning this market bullish. Obviously the daily resistance first, and then the weekly resistance, and then the monthly resistance next if they're serious about really taking this market back. But at the moment anyway, there's no real signals to say that they are. So while that remains, it would be worth keeping an eye on that 1.6913 to 918 level going into Monday. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on this one. I'll not be here to actually take part in any of these intraday stuff, but I'll keep an eye on it, and when I'm back at night, I'll do a video and a sort of full update on how it's looking. Okay, cheers.